All right, we're here at Great Lakes Gaming with Rashaun. We just finished our winter mat. Take a look at this beautiful mat right here. Rashaun, tell us about this deck that's totally yours. I want to know
This deck is totally mine. This deck does not belong to Gage, the owner of the shop at Great Lakes Gaming.
Not at all.
His deck does not belong to him, not one bit. But if it did belong to him, I would say props on building this, and I think I piloted it pretty well.
All right, well, you've got first place, right? So
First place in my first day back in 3 weeks, and it felt good.
That's what's
Rather,
up.
everyone here went super easy on me, and you didn't tell me about it, or I did really well.
well, let's see the deck then.
Let's do the deck. All right, so we start off here. Have 3 Aluber. This is here, since this deck is totally new to me, this was one of the cards I knew to
This is
always
the first time playing the deck,
Yeah,
right?
first time playing the deck, and I always saw him, and I started with him, and he always got negated.
Always, he's a
Always
negate
got,
bait.
he is negate bait, and never, I think I resolved him one time.
As far as you're
period.
concerned, you don't even know what he does.
Exactly, right? I was like, normal summon and activation, they go Ash. And that was it, and next move. And then, the going second version, we have the Fallen of Albaz. I never saw. I wish I saw him, because I need a Fallen Albaz for some of my fusions. But, if I did see him, I would say he would do pretty well.
Pretty good
He
card.
looks pretty cool, too.
Yeah, he's cool. I mean, that's all that matters, right?
I know, exactly. He does the work for you. And then 3 Despia Tragedies. This here was nice. I did resolve this one a lot, and I saw it a lot too. And this here actually helped me win a couple games here. His effects are good.
So tell me about these ratios.
These ratios are pretty. I think they're pretty solid for a deck that is, I borrowed.
Yeah, it could be anything.
It could be anything. I'm over here looking at them, and then we have ourselves one Tribird. No, a couple. My bad. There was 2 of these birds. Again, I don't even know how to use it. I think it negated something. So this is gonna be fun. This was fun to, to see in the hand and then to send off as discard as cost. Followed up by, this was nice, the Edge Imp. Okay, this one.
The Edge engine.
Yeah, the Edge engine was nice. I did see it a lot, and it helped, get the fusions and rock my plays. This here was a good starter for me. I mean, I'm assuming the other ones would be good starters, but for me today, this was a good starter.
This one used the most.
Yeah, this was the one that they allowed me to use the most. And then we have our one-of monsters. Please forgive me on the names because I do not know them.
Don't know what they do.
I don't know what they do. I never saw a single one of these.
If you're a winner, you need to know.
I did see the light one. I had to use this one and resolve this one a couple of times. This one was nice. This is my only light monster. So it's my only light target to make, which you'll see later in the extra deck. And then the last one up, which I always went for if I had to search for a Despia of all the one-ofs. The one that I like to search. Maybe I should have searched some of these other ones. I'm not sure. But the one I went for all the time was Ad Libitum.
Oh, yeah?
This one was nice. This one was good.
You'd recommend that card then?
I hopefully do. And then on to spells. We have ourselves 3 branded opening. Now, Gage, the owner of this deck, gave me a quick tip to use this during draw if I use it or standby, and that did help. I didn't know I could do that, and that way it helped dodge stuff like Veiler and Droll and Lockbird, who need to activate during the main phase. So I never got hit with those when I used those, because that was a good tip.
Good beginner tip.
Another card which never allowed me to activate. I mean, this year was the only spell card I knew that did something, Branded Fusion. And the deck has been out for a couple months, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows what this does. And I activated it, got hit. Sad times.
Card's pretty broken.
It probably would be pretty broken if I could use it.
You never resolved it?
Never resolved it.
Wow.
I've attempted to resolve it many, many times.
You can learn a lot from how your opponent plays, right?
Yes, exactly. It's like, clearly that card is dangerous, so I know to maybe bait something out next time. Again, it's a work in progress. I think some people that played the game a while might have used other cards to, bait out first and then use this. But I have learned my lesson today, and I will not make those same mistakes if I use this deck again. And then 2 branded in red. This here, again, could never
resolved it.
And I had it down a couple of times, and they just got rid of it every time. Made sure I couldn't use it.
Wow.
Sad times. but I knew it makes Guardian Chimera.
Yeah, that card's pretty good.
Yeah, I know, right? If I ever use Guardian Chimera today, which I never could. I know, right? I went today and I didn't even make its boss monster.
That's incredible. There's some of the best cards in the deck didn't even get to resolve.
Right, and somehow I still won. Just usually because, I guess I'll give the win to the MVP of this deck when I abuse more than ever once I get there. And then the one of Field Spell. Never seen it.
Never use it.
Never. I don't even know if I could search. I think I could search it. I wasn't even sure.
Who knows what it does?
Who knows what it does? I can read it right now for you. I can fusion summon.
Oh,
I can use it like every other spell card.
Half the deck fusion summons.
Right, half the deck fusion summon. And then there was one Brandon and Lost. That card was nice. This here helped protect my fusion summonings from going off. This card never got hit. This card, once it hit the field, it stayed on the field. This card was nice, and its effect to add a Despia. Was it Despia? No, Fallen Albas. my mistake. I have to read the cards. I forget what they do.
First time playing.
One of Foolish Burial. Everyone knows what that does.
What was your main target for Foolish?
I never used it. I never even seen it. I didn't even know it was in the deck until I sorted it out. This is gonna be a funny.
That's hilarious. Double poly.
This was nice. This here was really good to use Imp or any other card that banks off the discards. I like this card. I resolved this every time I used it. Oh, these ones here were good. The Frightful Engine here, that my little add the Imp, and then use the Imp and get this back again.
It's like a pot of greed.
Yeah, exactly, pot of greed. And this was one of the cards I've seen a lot and got used to. I say I've gotten used to like maybe half the cards in the deck, and a lot of the cards I got used to were like 2-line text.
Yeah, all the stuff.
All the generic stuff I need to know, which just helped out. This card was nice.
Oh,
main decked it too.
Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, this card put a damper on Kyle's face. He had a nice smiley face and then went to frowny face real quick, real quick right there.
How often did you see that?
I actually saw this quite often, but a lot of times I would see it going first, and if I didn't have enough, or again I'm still new, I would use it to discard. Sad times. But that's why I did see it a lot. 3. Allure of Darkness. I did see these almost every game.
Love to see that.
Yeah, I love to see it always banished, and I never use these unless I have a dark monster in my hand, or it's the only card in my hand. Because I don't go to Vegas. I have horrible luck. And then the one of Trap, Branded Sword. That card was nice.
Nice.
And then we'll go on to the side deck. Actually, we'll do the extra deck.
Yeah, take a look at the extra deck.
All right. We got ourselves 2 Mirror Jades. This card was nice. I did use this. I did resolve its effect to blow up the board quite a few times, and as a target and as effect to banish.
That was pretty good.
It was really good. Now this was the MVP today. This was the only card that I abused more than any other, and won me pretty much all my duels in time because I'm reading every single card. I am sorry to Kyle. I am sorry to Adam, who literally had to stood there and watch me read the cards. But yes, they know these Masquerade very well, both of them.
The burn for 6.
Yes,
right?
the burn for 6, and just drained their life points and made me come out on top. And especially those 2 duels and the beginning duels as well. I just went for this because I knew, hey, look, they lose life points. I'm gonna make this. I don't know anything else. There was this butt kick card. Apparently, I don't have to use fusion and contact, and I found that out in time in Adam, so I didn't even use it once all day. I feel like it came in handy a bunch.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks good and has a very sound effect. Just never used it.
Didn't know about it.
This card never got seen. They make sure this card never. I do know what this card does. Oh. Everyone knows what the card does. I just never could use it because they stopped it.
Stopped it all the time.
Oh, yeah. They stopped it all the time. Yeah, that's the one that stopped. So they obviously know better than bring this out. Really good looking card right there.
Oh, beautiful.
I did use this once for a super poly target.
Yeah, that did his job then.
Did his job. And this card I went for to help start off my fusions. If Branded and Lost is on the field, this card goes off. And because of fusion summons, I did see this, and I did use this quite often as well, along with the card that I've used more than anything else. And then 2 Lubellions. This card was nice. This help card goes right into Mirror Jade.
That's pretty good too.
2. I think that's a pretty good ratio because I did I did make one more than often, and I did actually end up going to 2 a couple of times.
Think it'd be better at 3 or 2?
I mean, when I went to 2, it was barely.
Oh, okay.
So I think in stretching more, I think we're good at 2. I mean, people who are better at the deck maybe can squeeze in 3, but for me, no. And then it has some super poly targets right here. So Starving Venom and Predator Plant. Both of these guys were hit against Kyle. Or at least one of them, yeah. But, you know, Kyle found a way around it because, you know, Kyle's is a legit player.
Pretty good player.
He is a good player. He's king of draft.
King of draft.
So I hear he's king of draft. And then this card here, which I didn't even know was in the deck, so I don't know its name, don't know what it does. If he zooms in close enough, you might be able to tell.
Yeah, who knows? There's a lot of text to read right there. It could do anything.
And then the side deck, which the side deck, I only had to use it once, and only cited a few cards. But we have ourselves the 1 of Feather Duster, Red Reboot, and then 3 Dark Ruler No Mores. Never use these cards because I always end up going first. 3 Nibs, never sighted in, but we all know what those cards do.
Pretty good card to have.
Yeah. Twin Twisters, I did sight these in. These were decent here.
Those are the one card you sighted in?
There's 3 others, and the other ones I sighted in were these 3. Ooh. I sighted these in, but I never saw it. But I did sight them in because this effect is good. They're not adding anything till the next of my turn.
That's a spicy card.
That is a spicy card right there. Yeah, it was one. I was like, ooh, Gage putting a good spice. And then the last 2 are good old classics. Judgment, no.
So again, this is the first time you played this deck. Would you play this deck again?
I would play this deck again because it was fun. I came off of Prank Kids, and that went bye-bye in the ban list. And I haven't played this game in quite a few weeks. And I come here to my locals today. My buddy Gage lets me borrow his deck. And with a lot of tips from a lot of my friends here, I was able to learn as I go and hopefully not make the same mistakes as I did in the previous.
Of all the tips you got, what's the biggest tip you think for people playing this deck for the first time?
The biggest tip I got was right off the beginning with Gage when he told me about branded opening.
To use it during the draw phase?
Yep, that was the biggest tip I could have gotten. If I would have used it during any other times, then I feel like we got hit with the monster got hit with Ash and or Droll during the main phase. But those 2 cards need to be activated during the main phase. So if you use this during the draw or standby, you're safe.
Right on, man.
And that was the biggest tip I got today.
Well, congratulations again on the win. Let's take a look at another like that, Matt. Very nice. I guess you're the best, man. You keep winning.
Even with those that aren't mine.
even with a deck you don't even know. All right, well, thanks, man.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.